Up next on Lion TV, we have Dalton Pinkerton with a movie review over a popular 1980s action movie sequel. Following that, we have Kaya Fortune and Reagan Tyler with a few movie recommendations sure to spike your interest.
And me, Bo Brown with your NFL postseason news. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Good morning, Cersei High. Welcome back to Lion TV. I'm Chandler Hopper.
And I'm Abigail Ray. Let's dive right into some announcements.
Students, bring your ID card with you to school every day for the bus and for campus, and take it with you every time you leave the classroom.
El Puente Scholarship is a local nonprofit who provides scholarships for Hispanic students in White County. The El Puente Scholarship is worth $1,000. The application deadline is March 2nd. Please see the counselor's office for more information.
First Electric Cooperative is now accepting applications for the 2026 Youth Tour, an all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C. You must be a high school junior during the 2025 to 2026 school year, and your parents or guardians must be First Electric members. The deadline is March 6th. Apply online at firstelectric.co.op/youth-tour-app. Selected applicants will participate in interviews to determine the winners. Each winner will receive an all-expensive paid trip to tour Washington, D.C. in June. Additionally, one Arkansas attendee will receive a $5,000 scholarship.
The UAMS Pharmacy Summer Camp is designed for high school juniors and seniors interested in opportunities in the pharmacy profession. Cost is $150 and covers lab materials, activity supplies, meals, and a camp t-shirt. No housing is available. Camp is June 1st through 3rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and is being held at UAMS College of Pharmacy on the Little Rock campus. For more information, contact Willie Hicks, Director of Recruitment at wfhicks@uams.edu.
Hey Abby, do you like olden day action movies?
Yes, I do, and we have Dalton Pinkerton here to review a classic action movie from 1987.
Good morning and welcome to a cinematic flashback that brings you a top movie from 1987 Predator, where a diplomatic incident in a remote Central American jungle where everything has gone wrong. Very, very wrong.
Something as iconic as their handshake has become something that other people have latched onto because it's a great way to show their companionship.
That's funny. It's kind of like I'm stronger than you are, my muscles are bigger than yours, and then Carl Weathers just gives in and says, yeah, you're better.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Every character is a favorite to someone, all carrying their own impacts, especially when they die.
I'd say the character of Blaine that was played by Jesse Ventura, because in the beginning of the film he was such a tough guy. At one point he gets shot and they said, hey man, you're bleeding, and he says, oh, I ain't got time to bleed. And so it was really kind of sad to see him get taken out when he was so tough.
I would say Billy, because he was the most aware of what was going on, and he just had enough and he was ready to fight.
To be the perfect hunter, a cloak is needed. The predator has one to hunt his prey down and be unseen. All you see is the glowing eyes and the growl of the predator as it attacks.
I think that was just to bring the other people out so he would get their attention and they would think that somebody else was talking to them.
My take on that is it doesn't actually know human communication. It's probably picked up on radio signals and that sort of thing. So it's just repeating what it's heard, sort of like a parrot.
I think the predator did that because that was just another tactic that it used in its hunting and trying to hunt them down.
While in the jungle, any sound can't be trusted because it could be someone or something else out there. Because something is always out there watching.
So with the Predator being basically an invisible character for a large portion of the movie, it builds the suspense because the actual human characters have no idea where the attacks are coming from.
As they were going into the jungle, and it was showing the viewpoints from the creature and how it had the heat seeking, and you didn't really know what the creature was and how when they had any interactions with it, it was invisible.
This blockbuster has had many impacts on many people, including people at our school. Now back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Dalton.
That sounds like a good movie.
On Monday, Tyson Foods reported a fiscal first quarter net income of $85 million. On a per-share basis, the Springdale, Arkansas-based company said it had a net income of 24 cents. Earnings adjusted for non-recurring costs were 97 cents per share. The results fell short of Wall Street expectations. The average estimate of 3 analysts surveyed by Zacks Investment Research was for earnings of $1.01 per share. The meat producer posted revenue of $14.31 billion in the period.
Liam Ramos, the 5-year-old whose detention by ICE sparked national fervor, has landed in Minnesota with his father, Adrian Ares, Sunday morning, according to U.S. Representative Joaquin Castro from Texas. Liam was detained January 20th by Immigration Customs in his driveway after he and his father returned home from school. Zena Stenvik, superintendent from Columbia Heights Public Schools, said the agent took the child out of the still running car, led him to the door, and directed him to knock on the door, asking to be let in order to see if anyone else was home, essentially using a 5-year-old as bait. The judge granted relief, citing the Fourth Amendment and long-standing due process protections.
Rabbi Dov Bitterman, the Lilov rabbi, passed away last Sunday after collapsing in the mikveh of the Hasidic community on Tzfania Street in Jerusalem. He was 84 years old. The Gebam attendants who were waiting for him at the entrance noticed that the rabbi had been inside for an unusually long time. When they entered the facility, they found him unconscious. The Magen Adom medics and paramedics who were called to the scene carried out prolonged resuscitation efforts, but were ultimately forced to pronounce his death.
This cold weather has got me longing for the spring.
I know. Listen over to Curtis Stevens to see how the rest of the week will go.
Good morning, Searcy High School. I'm Curtis Stevens here for your weather update. Today it will be mostly sunny with a high of 45, 6% chance of rain. Wind blowing north at 9 miles per hour with a humidity of 56%, and your sun rose at 7:03 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight it will be clear with a low of 22, 6% chance of snow. Winds blowing north at 4 miles per hour, humidity of 56%, and your sun will set at 5:38 p.m. On to the almanac. For the last 7 days, the average has been a high of 48, a low of 11. Monthly average of precipitation is 3.90 inches, and a month-to-date of 0 inches. On to the 5cast. On Thursday, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 49, a low of 33, and a 5% chance of rain. On Friday, it will be sunny with a high of 70, a low of 33, and a 4% chance of rain. Saturday, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 59, a low of 38, and a 5% chance of rain. On Sunday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 65, a low of 39, and a 15% chance of rain. And on Monday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 64, a low of 46, and a 16% chance of rain. I don't know about you, but I'm finally looking forward to some warmer weather next week. I'm Curtis Stevens, sending it back to the news desk.
All this weather talk is making me hungry. Do you know what's for lunch today?
I do. Today for lunch we'll be having garlic twist, classic pepperoni pizza, fajita marinated chicken, tater tots, buffalo ranch chicken wrap, mixed melons and pineapple salad, and milk.
That sounds good. Make sure to always show your appreciation to our lunch ladies for all they do.
Have you watched Greenland 2 Migration?
No, I haven't.
Well, good thing we have 2 chicks in the flick to tell us more about this movie.
Hey Cersei, welcome to a new episode of Two Chicks in a Flick. It's time to answer our trivia question from the last show. Our trivia question was, who said that every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings in the movie It's a Wonderful Life? And the answer is Zuzu's Teacher.
Our first movie is Greenland 2 Migration.
Greenland 2 Migration is a new American post-apocalyptic survival disaster thriller film directed by Rick Browning-Wall and written by Chris Sparling and Mitchell LaFortune. It is the sequel to the 2020 film Greenland. The film stars Gerard Butler and Morena Baccarin, reprising their roles alongside Roman Griffin Davis, who replaces Roger Dale Floyd, Amber Rose Riva, Gordon Alexander, Peter Polycarpo, William Abadi, and Tommy Earl Jenkins.
It takes place 10 years after the Clark interstellar comet destroyed most of the Earth, and the Garrity family must leave the safety of the Greenland bunker and embark on the perilous journey across the wasteland of Europe to find a new home.
Our next movie is Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes is a 2020 mystery film starring Millie Bobby Brown as the title character, the teenage sister of already famous Victorian-era detective Sherlock Holmes, portrayed by Henry Cavill, and Mycroft Holmes, portrayed by Sam Coffin. The film is directed by Harry Bradbeard from a screenplay by Jack Thorne that adapts the first novel in the Enola Holmes mystery series by Nancy Springer.
In the film, Enola travels to London to find her missing mother, portrayed by Helena Bonham Carter, but ends up on a thrilling adventure pairing up with the runaway lord as they attempt to solve a mystery that threatens the entire country.
Our movie of the month is The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride is a 1987 American fantasy adventure comedy film, directed and co-produced by Rob Reiner and starring Carrie Yules, Robin Wright, Mandy Patinkin, Andre the Giant, Chris Sarandon, Christopher Guest, Wallace Shawn, Peter Falk, Fred Savage, Billy Crystal, and Carol Kane.
Keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Adapted by William Goldman from his novel of the same name, it tells the story of a swashbuckling farmhand named Wesley, accompanied by companions befriended along the way, who must rescue his true love, Princess Buttercup, from the odious Prince Humperdinck. The film preserves the novel's metafictional narrative style by presenting the story as a book being read by a grandfather to his sick grandson.
I love The Princess Bride. It is 100% my all-time favorite movie.
It's time for our Two Chicks trivia question.
The question is, who is the six-fingered man that Inigo Montoya is seeking revenge against?
That's all for this episode of Two Chicks and a Flick. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll have the answers to our Two Chicks trivia questions and some special Valentine's movies for y'all. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Kaya and Reagan.
It's always nice to sit down and watch a good movie.
Hey Chandler, have you heard about the Super Bowl taking place this weekend?
I sure have. Good thing we have Bo Bramlett that has updates for us on the NFL Super Bowl that's coming up this Sunday.
In local news, the Lady Lions basketball team would head on the road to face the Batesville Pioneers, looking to secure their first conference win of the season. The Lady Lions would put up a fight, but would ultimately fall to the Pioneers 39-62, making them 1-20 on the season. The boys team would go to Batesville looking for their first conference win as well. The game would be controlled by the Lions, winning 48-36, making their record 11-11, and the Lions played West Memphis last night. We'll update you on the scores next show. In national news, on Saturday, the Arkansas Razorbacks hosted the Kentucky Wildcats at Bud Walton Arena in a highly anticipated conference matchup. Kentucky controlled most of the game, secured a 85-77 road victory. The Wildcats took a 42-35 lead in halftime, and they maintained their advantage with a steady offense and solid defense in the second half. Kentucky was led by Otega Owa, who finished with 24 points, setting the tone offensively. The Wildcats had a strong balance with multiple players scoring in double figures, which helped them handle Arkansas's pressure late in the game. Arkansas competed hard and kept the game within reach, but struggled to get key stops down the stretch, allowing Kentucky to pull away in the final minutes. Turning now to the NFL postseason, 2026 NFC Championship game featured the Seattle Seahawks and Los Angeles Rams and delivered a tightly contested matchup. Seattle came away with 31-27 victory, earning a spot in the Super Bowl. Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold had an impressive performance, throwing for 346 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba played a major role, recording 10 receptions for 153 yards and a touchdown. The Rams received a strong effort from Matthew Stafford, who threw 374 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Puka Nacua continued his standout postseason with 165 receiving yards. Despite a late push by Los Angeles, Seattle's defense made the key stops to preserve the win. In the AFC Championship game, Offense was limited as the New England Patriots defeated the Denver Broncos 10-7 in a defensive battle. The Patriots scored the game-stealing touchdown on a short rushing score by quarterback Drake May. New England relied heavily on its defense, which consistently pressured Denver and prevented any late scoring opportunities. With the win, the Patriots advanced to the Super Bowl, setting up a championship matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. That's all the sports updates have for you, Cersei. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bo.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Line TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Abigail Ray.
And I'm Chandler Hopper. See you Friday, Cersei.